Hi Amy,
Hello.
I'm Kim Duncan.
Nice to meet you.
I'm here to talk to you about your vocal folds and what we've seen on your stroboscopy exam today.
Okay.
First of all, have you ever seen your vocal folds before?
I haven't.
Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. It's really neat. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about them. So I have some pictures here for you. This is, these are pictures of your vocal folds. And this is the front of your body, so if you can imagine it's in your body like this, sort of. The part where they come together is at the front by the Adam's apple in men, or the front of your thyroid cartilage in women. The point is, this is what it looks like when you breathe. You're going to have to open those up to let the air come in and out, because if they're closed, no air comes through. This is what your vocal folds look like when you're creating sound or speaking. They come together, and then when you blow air through them, they vibrate. And it's very similar to the way your lips will vibrate if you buzz them. You bring them together, you put air through them, and they vibrate. So that's how we create sound. Now, on your exam, what we have seen are vocal nodules, which here's another picture for you to look at. Vocal nodules are basically little calluses that form right on the midpoint of the vocal folds. They're common in women because one of the most common things that causes vocal folds is high-pitched speaking, which women just naturally do, and loud speaking or loud volume. So a lot of times singers will end up with nodules simply because of the volume of the singing. Another thing that can cause them is maybe overuse or abuse, speaking too loudly or too much. But basically what ends up happening is the vocal folds are coming together to vibrate, but you're forcing them to come together too forcefully for too long. And at that one midpoint, little calluses start to form, and the tissue actually changes to create this thickened, these little bumps. So as you can see, now you came to us today with complaints of breathiness, and as you can see here, the vocal folds, because of these little nodules, can't come together in a straight line. So when you speak, there's all this extra air coming through these spots here. So what we're going to do, I know you've said that you are interested in pursuing some therapy with us, so that's really why I'm here to talk to you today. And what we're going to do, we're going to talk about several different things and work on several different things, but the main thing we want to do is reduce any sort of force or friction or more damage to those vocal folds. So we'll work on relaxing any of the muscles involved in speech. You don't want to have any other excess tension when you're speaking. We're going to do some work on, I'm going to just teach you how to take care of your vocal folds, like general hygiene. You know, I'm sure a lot of them you've probably thought of or can think through, can reason through yourself, but things like hydration and vocal rest. And then the last, well, another thing that we're going to work on together is I'm going to give you some techniques or tools to use so that you're producing speech in a very healthy way. The main technique that you're going to learn is called resonant voice therapy, and we'll obviously work a lot more with that once we get started.
Great.
Do you have any questions for me?
I think that makes sense. How long have I had these nodules developing?
That's a very good question. Nodules do not just appear overnight. The reason I like to say they're like calluses is because a callus sort of forms over time. So it's hard to say exactly how long they've been forming in each person. Everybody's different. But they are something that develops over time and just, you know, through continued forceful.
Right.
So it could have been 6 months, a year. It's hard to say.
All right. Thanks.
You're welcome.